Hello and welcome everyone to another Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski here as we count down the top 8 stories of the day. We will get you a look at your forecast and how you can also vote for Grand Rapids to be named Beer City once again. That's coming up later on in the show. But first, we are looking at last night's Grand Rapids City Commission meeting. That's where concerned citizens flocked. They flocked to the meeting to express their request for the city to designate itself as a sanctuary city as more arrests by ICE continue across the country. This comes on the heels of close to 2,000 emails and letters being sent to commissioners to support the move. They looked at those requests during Tuesday's meeting. It was about 4 hours in length. City Manager Mark Washington started off the meeting saying that the current GRPD policy that was adopted back in 2019 states that no police officer is permitted to ask about documentation status. Mayor David LeGrand said that since sanctuary cities that designation does not have any legal backing at this time, commissioners are now focusing on trying to figure out other ways to support the community during this time. Environmental advocates are also speaking out after the Trump administration scrapped a plan that would have limited the amount of PFAS manufacturers are allowed to dump into the environment. The Biden administration had put out a proposal that would have implemented discharge limits aiming to protect drinking water from the forever chemical. PFAS, of course, has been linked to various cancers and other diseases. Last year, the Environmental Protection Agency placed the first ever national limits on PFAS. It was estimated to cost about $1.5 billion to test and get rid of PFAS from old water systems. The fear is now that that could also be overturned now as well. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office is investigating what happened to one Hudsonville woman's $30,000 tax refund. That is the latest Target 8 investigation from Susan Samples. Sarah Gisema, was told by her tax preparer that the refund had been deposited in the wrong bank account due to Gisema's bank statements having some incorrect numbers. The tax preparer told Gisema that she was working on reversing that deposit, but Gisema claims to still be missing some of the money. You can actually find the full investigation as well as some other helpful tips to protect yourself, especially as we approach tax season from the IRS right now over on woodtv.com. And some sad news now as regulars of the iconic Fat Boy restaurant in Grand Rapids are getting ready to say goodbye to one of their favorites. The restaurant on Plainfield Avenue has been serving the community for 73 years now, but in September announced that it would be set to close in the near future. Patrons who spoke to News 8 said that they had been coming back for years and was a piece of nostalgia for them. While the restaurant is on its last life, there is still time to go and try the food again or for the first time. The owners expect the last day of operation to be somewhere around February 12th. And we got some incredible space views over West Michigan last night if you were looking, as space debris could actually be seen burning up over the sky. It happened as the debris came into our atmosphere. It is believed that the debris could have been pieces of a spacecraft, parts of a rocket, or even satellites that are no longer in use. NASA says that these pieces could be moving at speeds of up to 18,000 miles per hour. You can actually find more videos and photos of the space show right now over on woodtv.com. And it was time to shine for one longtime Grand Rapids Griffins player this week. Dominic Shine, who has been on the Griffins since 2016, was finally called up to the big leagues and joined the Detroit Red Wings for Monday's game against the Los Angeles Kings. The 9-year vet of Grand Rapids signed a two-way contract with the Griffins and the Red Wings, which will run through the end of this season. Shine had reportedly thought about retiring beforehand, but credits his son for keeping him in the game. At 31, Shine is currently the third player with the most games played for the Griffins. He logged 2 hits, 2 takeaways, and 1 shot attempt, and even a block in less than 10 minutes of ice time during Monday's win over the Kings. All right, let's check in now with Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with a look at your forecast for today.
Okay, cold front slipping through this morning is going to bring a narrow ribbon of brief little snow. Could mix in a little bit of rain, but just producing some wet roads here and there. But temperatures for the most part above the freezing mark as it does so. Otherwise, that's the only game in town in northeastern and eastern quadrant of the country. That'll change in a couple days, though. You can see the hourly planner. Well, it brings in some sunshine to finish out the day with the wind calming down quite a bit. Notice that sunrise now prior to 8 o'clock. Good to see that. What we're tracking out there is fading sunshine on Thursday, but we'll We'll start out with a lot of that sun. Beautiful sunrise expected tomorrow. Then a chance of a messy mix potentially on Friday, especially areas from Grand Rapids to the south. Looks like tomorrow that sunshine, at least 40 degrees. And then as we head into the weekend, Saturday looks dry, albeit on the cooler side. We'll finish out this first weekend of February with a light mix potentially on Sunday and maybe a little bit of snow on Tuesday. No big storm systems heading our way once we get beyond Friday.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we end today's show with a call to action that is very, very pressing. USA Today is holding a voting contest to see which city in the United States is the best place for beer. Grand Rapids is currently in a battle between Chicago, Milwaukee, and Minneapolis, just to name a few. Now, Grand Rapids is known as Beer City USA for its wide variety of brewers in the metropolitan area. Everyone has their favorite one, of course. You can actually help keep Grand Rapids as Beer City USA by voting once per day now through February 24th. We have links on how you can participate, have your voice heard, and make sure that Grand Rapids keeps that title. It's all over on our website, woodtv.com. All right, that's going to do it for us today on this edition of the Daily 8. We will, of course, be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories as we look forward to Thursday. Same time, same place. Hopefully, we'll see you then. I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.